Hello guys, welcome. Yes, I hope that you are excited for your turtle backpack since we have drops active. Get your amazing turtle backpack. But yeah, we're gonna play some Miss Pandaria Classic. It's so hard to figure out what to say for the name of the stream because technically it's still Cataclysm. Because Pandaria comes out on Monday, I think. But also, I'm going to just be playing through Northrend because I'm level 70. So it's like, alright, I'm playing in Wrath of the Lich King places in kind of Cata level, but also it's Mists of Pandaria. Definitely not confusing at all. Yeah, I almost got my Shaman 85, so she'll definitely get there in time. I don't know if I will get my Death Knight max level before then. And also there's two scenarios that you really want to run, because when the pre-patch ends, you can't do the scenario for the toys anymore. Tabard. But it's been really difficult because to gear my lock, there's no auction house for her. Oh, look at all this money I got. Nice. There's no auction house for her, so she can't buy gear, and whenever I go into a dungeon, everybody rolls need on literally everything. So it's been very, very difficult to get gear on her when everybody rolls need on every piece of gear, regardless of whether or not they need it. So she's struggling to hit the item level to actually be able to do the scenario. Alright, let's put all this stuff away. I have stuff that turned gray because I haven't played it in so long. When I told my ISP they better not make me miss the Sam Hex stream, they told me, why don't you watch someone talk? Wow. Holy shit. Just sent me a fucking video earlier, and it was just a video of somebody mocking somebody because they were short. They were just screaming, I've been staring into my orb of contemplation, and they're like, you are short. Something like that. I was like, holy shit. This is ridiculous. Jackal clam meat. Honey. Tangy. Alright, we'll put everything in here and, deal with that later. What is this bar? what are the skills I have down here? Oh my god. This is an outfit, alright. I guess I was in a guild, they kicked me out. I don't have a guild anymore. We're all on our own. Show the video, oh my god, yeah. I'm thirsty. Alright, yeah, we'll just throw all this. We'll deal with that later. Look, my bank's full. That's not good. Why do I have so many boomsticks? Maybe I'll try to sell a boomstick. Wait, about now. Shortsu. No pun intended. It's a short about the shorts. Alright, well, I definitely don't need guild tabard. I probably want to get a reputation tabard, actually. Not special brew. Kinda cool. Kinda wish I had stacked some of those. That seemed probably kinda useful to just be able to get 50 runic power back. Alright, I probably don't need any of this. Wait, what does it say on the toy? Behold the dark portal. Well, a tiny version. Everything I have is broken. Very nice. Definitely don't need mana potions. Man, look how much space I have in my bags now. That's great. I'm not used to having any space in my bags. Alright, we gotta fix these bars. This is horrendous. Every day I open my YouTube to close the short suggestions. Like, you already spy on all my shit in some way, Day. Can't you figure out I don't like shorts? I constantly close them too. And it's not because I don't like shorts. It's because... Wait, I'm not... I will get lost in them. I will just, like, watch them for... And then it'll be, like, 2 hours later. And then I'm like, oh no, I ruined my life. So, that's why I constantly close the short section. Looks like I can't do this. We can't be here. Don't put the drugs in front of me. This is not worth nothing. Okay. Where'd the boomstick go? How did my boomstick lose durability in the bank? Doesn't make any sense. What the hell is this for? I think I need those either. Got a lot of shit to vendor. I always hate being a human, but you kind of have to be one. If you want to do any PvP, you just... Well, the Forsaken is just so fucking strong. Stupid. But it is what it is. Okay. Honor points. Honor point gained by 250%. That's crazy. Okay. Trying to check something real quick. Okay, that's what I thought. So I've been having such a hard time gearing my cloth characters because everybody fucking rolled a need on everything. So, like, you have Holy Paladins, Ele Shamans, Resto Shamans, Mistweaver Monks, Warlocks, Mages, Priests, Boomkins, like literally anything that casts a spell will roll need on cloth. And none of them know that they have, like, armor specialization. Like, there's this ability in your spellbook that tells you you increase your primary attribute by 5%. So if you wear all of the same type of armor, like the armor you're supposed to actually wear, you get a 5% boost to your main stat. And so if you are playing a druid and you roll and you're wearing cloth, or you're playing a monk and you roll on cloth, you lose 5% of your primary attribute for doing that. And nobody knows that, because I asked someone earlier, I was like, don't you lose stats for doing that? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, yeah, well, if you look in your spellbook, you'll see that you shouldn't really do that. So it kind of, really difficult as a cloth wearer to gear when you're rolling against everybody because they don't know that this exists, that they should be wearing their own armor class. They just see, oh, I can wear this, I can put this on, and the stats are better, and then they just roll need on it, but they really shouldn't. So, you know, every other class, it's like, oh, I'm a paladin, I only need to roll against plate people. If you're male, you only need to roll against a plate and a male person, but when you get all the way down the cloth, literally everybody can roll. I mean, everybody can roll regardless. Like, even a cloth person can roll on plate, but they can't wear it. So most people would get kicked out of the group for doing something like that. But nobody would kick anybody out of the group for a plate person rolling on cloth, even though it makes no sense for them to do that. They don't understand that they shouldn't do that. Alright, this stuff sucks. Ronan says arrow. Must have been used for something in engineering before. We're just gonna that. I don't care that much. Yeah, it's been a real nightmare with people doing that. The other thing is they'll roll need on stuff because you're like, oh, I need it for transmog, but they're not that armor class, so you can't. You lose 5% of your attributes if you equip it, and you don't actually get the appearance if you roll on it either because it's not your armor class. So you just rolled need for no reason, just to take gear from somebody else, I guess. I mean, the game doesn't necessarily like make it obvious or easy to understand these things. Like you can see that I don't have this appearance on the item. I'm allowed to roll need on it. I can equip this, and I can still use my ability. It's like, unless you go into your spells, you would not realize that this is here now, because it wasn't always there. I don't know. Let me see what expansion they added that in. Is that in Kata? The people who have been playing through Kata should have already known this. They said even as far back as Wrath, you would still want it. They said in Wrath there was so much stuff that was like based on your stamina, intellect, or armor, which would make most classes want their respective armor class. Yeah, so as far back as Wrath, you kind of wanted to stop doing it. It didn't make as much sense to do it, and then in Kata they added specialization, so you just don't do it anymore because there's no one piece of gear that's going to give you 5% of your primary attribute. So it's not really worth it. Alright, which one do we want? What do I not have already for reputation? Weird to not even have Stormwinds as a human. Let's do Ironforge here. Ironforge Tabard. And then let's go to the Dark Moonfire and get our buff. I guess back to that entrance. Have like a thing to teleport me there. Yeah, they definitely add things or change things in the game that are not easily knowable for people, and then it just seems like everybody's griefing you all the time because they don't know how the game works. Like, oh man, plate person just rolled on my cloth gear, they must be griefing me, and in their mind they're like, oh no, I thought this was an upgrade. I thought this would be good for me. It's weird because it almost feels like, in some ways, the way that Classic really was originally, where people did not know anything because they couldn't look anything up. But in a time period now, when we are able to look things up, it feels like griefing. Hopefully this is good. I wish I didn't have to play a human. I really wish they would change the way that the racial works for humans and not be so strong. Feels really like rough when you're playing a role-playing type game, be forced into playing one specific race. You want to do a certain kind of content, or understand that you're at a disadvantage and you will need to work harder. It's not like there aren't plenty of people who are good at the game that didn't pick a human, but we'll have to overcome that difference with raw skill, which is definitely not what I'm able to do, so. Oh, that one gives me experience. I'm gonna do that. We'll get my buff first. Should've done this earlier in the weekends. Tomorrow, I won't be here tomorrow. I have like some big event I got invited to tomorrow down south. It's gonna be like 1,000 people there. There's so many. Who's a roofing over here? Who's making noises? Is there actually like game sound for you guys? Because I don't have any sound. I don't know what's wrong with my speakers. Like, I just don't have any sound for a really long time. And then eventually at some point the sound will just come up. Alright, let's put the spells on my bar. They all got taken off for some reason. It looks like I was... What was I playing? Blood? I was tanking? Really? Oh my god. Do I know how to tank? Why not? Pretend we know how to tank. I'll just get kicked out of the group, it's fine. Oh, talents, let me... Let me look that up. Purgatory, definitely want that. We actually still had rune types in this version of the game, that's so crazy. I think in retail you just have one rune and that's it. They're all the same type. Alright, we got a taunt. Move speed. A buff that only lasts 5 minutes, okay. Wait, why did they... I was just realizing in like the retail version of the game, we're very upset that DKs do not have a raid buff. And the devs are like, you guys have Death Grip, which is your raid buff. Like, they've double, triple dog down on that our raid buff is that we have Death Grip. But in this version of the game, we just have a raid buff. But it only lasts 5 minutes, which is really stupid. You gotta keep pressing it. Better than nothing. I wish we had at least that in retail. Instant. I don't really know what that means. Each death coil, frost strike, or rune strike generates 2. Okay, these carousels make me dizzy. Ooh. Ooh. Trying to read with it spinning in the background, and I'm just like, I'm gonna die. Okay. Generates 2 blood charges up to a maximum of 12 charges. Blood tap consumes 5 blood charges to activate a random fully depleted rune as a death rune. Okay, so if I'm out of runes, I can use this to get them back. Convert a blood rune, 10% of my maximum health. I don't know if that's super good or not, but okay. But it... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. He's dead. Strangulate. We have stun and strangulate? Main device, control undead. We use that. Dark command is my taunt. Death coil. Gate. I have this enchantment. Gonna be able to death grip people, death effect. Drain vitality from an undead minion, healing the Death Knight for 50% of her maximum health and causing the minion to suffer damage equal to 50% of its maximum health. Do I need a pet? Need a pet to do that? Strike, very important. Okay. Very important. Pestilence spreads existing blood plague and frost fever to all other enemies. Okay. Yes. Touch. Do we use icy touch as a blood decay? Do we? Army of Dead, Hard Strike, Rune Strike. Don't see. Oh, I'm gonna be in the Terminator. Sure. Okay. Maintain Frost Fever, Blood Pig, weaken blows through Outbreak. Do I have Outbreak? A Plague Strike. Oh god. So much changed. Okay, how do I do Outbreak? Yeah, it just says Death and Decay, and then maintain Frost Fever, Blood Plague, and weaken blows through Outbreak. Lion Soul, hello, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Trying to figure out how a blood decay works. Oh, you changed your username. Oh, okay. Well, hello, TBO. Trying out a new name, huh? I don't see Outbreak. In here? No. I don't have that ability. Not at this level. Maybe I have to just manually apply them. Maybe I get it at a certain level. 72. Dancing Rune Weapon. Oh, level 81 I get Outbreak. Yeah, so I probably have to manually apply these for now until I get that because it says that it's very important to keep these abilities up. Oh, also I don't have any glyphs on anybody either. It's kind of impossible for my one character because there's no auction house for me able to buy glyphs for her. But I guess I could get them for this person. Oh, it says apply Outbreak if above 81, otherwise ignore diseases. Okay, you don't do diseases if you're not 81, that's interesting. Okay. Death Strike. Rune Strike. Blood Boil. I have Blood Boil. Do you have Blood Boil? One down or? Blood Boil's up. Okay. Nope, that was the wrong one. Okay. Death Strike and Rune Strikes. And Boil. Death Siphon. I have Death Siphon. don't see that in here. Definitely don't have whatever that is. Oh, that says level 90. That's not a leveling ability. Oh, okay. Yeah, it just says ignore diseases. How hard could it really be? I'm sure it's fine. Look, I'll put myself in blood presence, and then that's probably good enough, I hope. Something not related to being born. Yeah. Oh, there's so many things to get right now. Yeah, it's tough, like, trying to figure out what buttons I'm supposed to press when I'm so far, like, under the level for the patch. Oh no, did I join a gold seller guild? Welcome, join our Discord and receive 200 gold starter gold pack. Looking for cheap gold, join our Discord server for safe and fast delivery. Damn. Yeah. I'm not being in a guild with a bunch of RMT players. Oh no. I don't have any room for the quest. They're gonna kick me out of the dungeon. They'll be like, tanks AFK.
Hello.
Picking up quests.
How are you? Have a good one. Safe travels. Hello. See you around.
Oh, it's a big upgrade. Oops. Alright, someone else is tanking for me. Who needs a tank? The rogue can tank. Yeah, I have way too many quests still from past expansion. Couldn't pick anything up. Game dropping like that? Oop. This is extremely different way to play DK. Oh my god. So different. Should I just mostly rune strike him then? Because it's rune power? Okay. And Death Strike is a frost and unholy rune. I gotta get used to where my buttons are. And this is a blood rune. I'm definitely gonna have to change up the UI because I cannot look up there for runes. That's too much. Okay, we pulled this thing too. The boss is so crazy. It just throws you everywhere all around the room. I really wish I had some sound though. It makes me so mad. My speakers never work. No, I don't want to be shit. How did I like the extra dick fries? They were very good. Extra dick fries. It's so funny. Especially at like any of the advertisements here that are just like Yosuken dick. Looks like we're sucking dick, basically, is the name. Yeah, I laugh every time I go to the store because so many of the foods just say dick or extra dick on them. Okay. Well, this makes tanking really easy because I'm not tanking. This rogue and the monk are tanking because they run a lot faster than I do. I'll get some blood. What is this weapon I have? It's also tough because, like, if I don't do the pull, it's really difficult, but also it's hard to do the pulls because I don't have, like, items, or I don't have, like, runes to be able to cast any AoE to get aggro, which is interesting. Not problematic, but, you know, interesting. Like, marrow rend or anything? No. I was supposed to get, like, stacks of something. Can I, like, summon a pet? Been too long. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to use the thing. Yeah, the last time I, like, really remember playing Blood DK was when, like, I guess kind of the way it is now, where you had to get, like, stacks of, like, bone armor or something with marrow rend, which is apparently not a thing yet in this version. Okay. Well, they can't put... Are these ones agility too? They are, those are upgrades too. It seems so bad, but I'm already wearing like agility stuff, so it's just upgrades anyway. This. Okay, they kicked me out of the group. Wonderful time. Okay. Well, I have a 30-minute deserter for being kicked out of the group for I don't know what reason. Let's see. Did anybody say anything? No. Oh well. Yeah, that's the life of playing a character. When anybody I play with rolls needs on things that they don't actually need, nothing happens. But if I roll on things I actually need and then equip them, they get mad about it because whatever reason, I don't know. So I can't even do dungeons for another half an hour now. That's so ridiculous.
Your gold is welcome here.
With stuff I needed, they were all upgrades. This is 114 DPS and this is 142. The ring I rolled on, I had an 11 agility, 30 stamina one. This is a 25 agility, 39 stamina one, so I didn't roll on anything that wasn't an upgrade for me. But apparently that pisses them off. None of them could use it or needed it, they just wanted it for money. Alrighty then, I guess I gotta go quest. Can't do dungeons. I don't know what server they were on. Does that tell me? Or maybe on the same server? Maybe both. Ooh. Okay. Maybe they'll tell me why.
What you want? You be careful. Hey,
Probably not. Oh, they ignored me. They said I did nothing and needed everything. So the 2 greens I rolled on, which was not everything, I did not roll need on anything else. The 2 greens I rolled on were an upgrade. And apparently I did nothing, even though this is very obviously not nothing. You gotta be the fucking best in slot everything to do a leveling dungeon, and God forbid that you have really old gear on. Because you haven't been able to get upgrades because people just roll need on things that they actually don't need. That's so ridiculous. I actually don't really want to play with those people again. Let's see. Well, he has me on ignore, but we can ignore him too. It might not have been on my server. It was. Yep, when you're playing a leveling dungeon, you better 100% know your character. Know how to press every button, know your perfect rotation, have on fucking speed potions, be zooming as fast as possible. Because if everybody that's in there in like best in slot heirloom gear gets ahead of you, you're getting fucking kicked out of the dungeon. Don't you dare roll need on anything, or you're getting kicked out. Except when you're in my group, then you can roll need on anything that I need and you don't need, and nobody will kick you for it, apparently. So. Where are all these little tonk things at? I can't find any. There we go. Everyone picked them up already, I guess. It sucks because, like, it's so easy to just inspect me and see, like, how shit my gear is and, like, how badly I really need these items. It's not like it's difficult to just right-click inspect. Oh, yeah, she has item level 100 gear on. Maybe she needs the item level 134 gear. I have to enchant this one, though. Yeah, there's like a 30 DPS increase for me to use that one. Doesn't matter if it has spirit on it. Alright, what do we put on me? We put on that priority. Oh wait, maybe it's a consumable? Lucy Azeroth, hello, thank you for the follow. How's it going? See, for the weapons we want to do. Oh. Everything? It says I can use Rune of Cinder Glacier for an offensive build, Rune of the Fallen Crusader for balance, and Rune of Sword Shattering for defensive. I guess we'll go for the balance one. We'll do Fallen Crusader. This is also why I normally don't tank, because I feel like more than any other role, tanks get kicked the most. People just have zero chill. If you can't go faster than them, then they're kicking you out of the group. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I actually can't run faster than everybody else. Like, all I have is Death's Advance. So I can do that every 30 seconds and that's it. Emerging. Crusader. Go. And go back. I'm surprised it actually takes an unholy rune to be able to open your death gate in this version. Kind of funny. What do we have here? Well, technically, even in that tiny run, I did end up getting three upgrades. Pretty good. There are more little tonkies out here. This says I need one more. It's like, I have all these spots on the map for it, but none of them are there. What in the world? Oh, I found one. Yeah. That's good. This is why it's so rough for new players on WoW. Veteran players can't even do basic leveling content without being kicked out of it. New players just have to no-shot with this community sometimes. Yeah. Like, I've been playing this game for forever, and, like, I know that dungeon and where to go. I just can't run as fast as a rogue and a monk. And I need it on gear because I needed it because my gear is, like, starter quest gear from the Death Knight area. So, like, because I need items and because I can't run as fast as the rogue and the monk, I just get kicked out. So, like, anybody who is new to this type of game and, like, doesn't know where they're going and actually doesn't know any of their buttons in general, they literally just have no shot. It is not a blessing, yeah. Let the curse end with the current veteran players. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, so many people are like, I wonder why, you know, nobody plays. I wish more people played this. I wish, you know, like, people would join this. I want this to be here. And then, like, this is the type of stuff you deal with where I have half an hour where I can't do what I wanted to do now. Because I rolled need on items where they're like, you rolled need on everything. Well, I needed the items and you guys didn't. So, like, I don't know. You did nothing, but here I am, like, I'm number 2 here. So, what do you mean I did nothing? You just didn't want to let me tank. You wanted to run ahead of me and pull everything yourself, which is fine. I don't care if you do that. But don't run ahead of me and then tell me I did nothing. Because it takes me a little bit longer to catch up. It's one of the slowest classes in the game. But yeah, you choose to pull instead of the tank and then get mad that the tank didn't do anything? I don't know. But, you know, I just sat there and, like, tried to read through what I was supposed to do. Put everything on my bars. You know, I put down my death and decay, but we don't play the game that we used to play. And I have not tanked in a very long time. So people will be like, oh man, there's no healers, there's no tanks, and then, like, that's the experience they have when they get in the game, being a healer or a tank. They just get fucking kicked all the time. They actually had a dungeon earlier where we had, like, 3 DKs in the group, which is kind of crazy. But we did the first pull, and it ended up being like 5 minutes long of me just kiting it as an enhancement shaman, because the tank ran in and literally everybody else got aggro except for the tank. And then they died, and the tank's like, oh, healer. Like, blaming the healer that we all died, and I was like, who's the tank? And they said the guy who was laughing at the healer. And then we do the next pull, and he doesn't have any aggro again. I'm like, are you sure he is the tank? Because it doesn't seem like it. He doesn't have aggro on anything. And then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you have Unholy Presence on. I was like, you can't tank an Unholy. Like, you have to have Blood Presence on. Because this is what, it gives you increased threat generation. So this guy is running around in Unholy Presence, yelling at the healer that he sucks because he's running around in Unholy Presence, has no aggro on anything, instead of having Blood Presence on. Oh, I don't have any tickets apparently. Oops. I ran out. So people are just like screaming, oh man, this healer sucks, but the issue is that they're a tank and they don't have Blood Presence on, so everybody is tanking except for him. They're screaming at the healer about it. Like, it's not the healer's fault that you don't have Blood Presence on. But that's the type of things you have to deal with when you're the healer or you're the tank. And then we wonder why nobody plays those roles and everybody wants to just play a DPS, because if I had played a DPS, then nobody would have said anything. Nobody would have cared. They were mad because it took me a little bit of time to pick the quest up in the beginning because my quest log was full. And then mad that I actually needed gear from a questing dungeon. Like a leveling up dungeon. They're like, how dare you need gear in a leveling dungeon? You fucking loser. Why don't you have BIS and heirloom gears already? Yeah, this community can be, like, really fucking toxic, man. It's tough. It wasn't like I didn't have such, like, an undying love for the game. I definitely, like, as a new person, if I had come into this, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not fucking playing this. Like, these people are horrible. Why would I want to play with people like this? And I joined a guild, and the first guild that I joined is a gold seller guild. Like, you really just invite people, and you're like, come buy our gold, our RMT stuff is in our Discord. Like, what the hell is wrong? Like, it's so bad. Community is so rotten. think I picked up a bunch of frogs already. Endowment. Yummy frogs. Yeah, I was like, I kind of wanted to tank because I really like tanking and blood, but to come back to the character, queue into my first dungeon, and queue in as a tank, and then immediately get fucking kicked is just like, why even bother trying to tank? Like, if this is gonna be my experience. Like, unless I already had a guild to tank for, but kicking Sam out of the group, maybe there's some fun to be had in this game. Yeah, I understand when people get upset when someone comes in and they do just roll need on everything, things they can't even use. To want to kick someone like that, they're like, yeah, I get it, but I didn't roll need on everything. I rolled on what I needed. Which is what that tool is used for, is to roll need on the things that you need, so... These
You
ones?
need something? Safe travels.
One of the cool things about humans too, though, is that they really just have like the best racials, period. They get like sword specialization, and they get every man for themselves, or the will to survive thing. And then they get other one, diplomacy. Though usually the really big one is the diplomacy one, which increases your rep gains by 10%, which is pretty crazy. My phone shouldn't be trolling me, I don't have it near me. Not over here.
See you later.
Yeah, usually the way you get around, like, people being toxic like that is to join a guild, but like you said, this first guild that I just joined was just immediately like, come buy our real money trading in our Discord. It's difficult to find a good guild. You don't hear it? Where are you going, turtle? Another way? Oh, we got it. Okay. The turtle toss champion over here.
Have a good one. Safe travels.
Did I get the one for fishing? Yes. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if you're in a guild, then you can just queue with people who are in your guild. You don't have to worry about them, like, kicking you out immediately. They'll actually, like, have a conversation with you. That's the other thing is, like, nobody will even say anything. They won't just be like, what are you doing? Or do you really need that? Or, like, inspect your gear to see if you really need that. They'll just silently remove you from the guild, from the group, and then put you on ignore. Like, such a toxic way to play the game. Because, like, usually for mine, I'll be like, dude, like, you actually need this stuff? Like, what's going on here? But people are so adverse to the confrontation and just automatically assume that they are right. And they're not right, so, yeah. Nobody will actually talk to somebody else in the MMO. I know it's, like, crazy to think that you would just be like, hey, what's going on, man? Why did you roll need so much? Be like, oh, hey, just look at my gear. It's really bad. I actually needed that. Oh, okay, cool. And then we could just continue on like normal, but that would be like what normal people do instead of the cavemen that are playing the game, apparently. Oh, I didn't know they had a balloon companion. I don't know if you can battle with that, though. That'd be really weird if you could actually battle with a balloon. Be kind of strange. don't know what this is. The Pitmaster. Oh, here you see the Dark Moon Deathmatch Pit. Do you possess the power and will to best all comers? And take the Pit Fighter's prize. Bouts begin at midnight and every 3 hours thereafter. Okay. I don't know what that is. It's kind of cool though. Level 85. Oh, so you gotta be max level for that thing. And fishies. Could be something else. Oh, that little tonks. Yeah, I can't find any of the other tonks over here. There should be a bunch of dead ones on the ground that I can repair. But I've been having difficulty finding any of the engineering stuff. I think a lot of people really like to have engineering. So I'm playing on a PvP server, but I think it's like 99% horde. It wasn't that way when I made the character, but definitely that way now. Man, I was so sad. I thought I was like gonna get in a guild right away. And they had to be a bunch of gold sellers.
What's beyond your mind?
I guess we should do this one. Thought I did this one already. Guess not. Got a quick shot. Oh no, my volume went away again. It just goes in and out whenever it feels like it. Okay, it just randomly came back. I don't know what it could possibly be that keeps turning the volume off. It'll just be like completely silent and then like one action in the game will randomly trigger all the sound to come back. I'd love to do a second one. It started so late. Like this person shooting, or we're both shooting nothing. Our guns are invisible. We're all shooting invisi-guns. Very impressive. I like the like paladin-esque shoulders that I got when I did the pre-patch event for Wrath, but that was the last time I played, so all my gear is like super fucking old. Not very noble of them. Yeah, we're already friendly now. We got all the carnies. Well, now they got hurt. Alright, I got 6 minutes until I'm allowed to queue for a dungeon again. I don't... Like, I wanted to tank, but my god. Because, like, DK... Blood DK is supposed to be really strong in Pandaria. But, my god. The... The stress of dealing with people in fucking leveling dungeons that treat it like we're doing Mythic Plus is just a lot. Do I have a wood frog? One. I can get a second one, why not? Maybe it's a better one. Nope, it's the same kind. What is this one? Dark Iron Ale mug. Oh, this is how you get Jub Jub. I don't have any Dark Iron Ale though. Yeah, but I'm wondering like if I should just not play a Blood DK because I'm just gonna keep getting kicked out of groups. Because I'm not a master tank. And I can't run as fast as a monk. Which one do I want to do then? Frost or Unholy? What do you guys think? Frost or Unholy? Do you have any opinions on which one you think would be more fun or interesting to play? I have a two-handed weapon right now. I don't have like two one-handers. I don't even know if that's better for like Frost DKs or not right now. Let's see. I think maybe Frost might be a little bit more fun. I mean, in retail, that's usually a little bit easier to play, but I don't remember how it is in this version. Okay, a Frosty K. Heat. Oh no, not that version. MoP. Okay. So I guess I could go use. Let me put it. Properties. Then this one. Oh, it's so big. So, it says for Frosty K, have equally strong single and AoE damage, large burst, which sounds good for dungeons, great raid utility and buffs and grips, good personal defensives, okay. Not very mobile, less emphasis on high weapon damage, okay, doesn't scale, okay, we don't really care about that. Strength sounds pretty good for doing like leveling dungeons and stuff. Oh, that makes magic. Let's see. I don't care about that. Soul Reaper? Really? Soul Reaper? Huh. Okay. Interesting. I think we'll try Frost. Where did my hearth go? Briar's Tier. Oh my god, we're not going to Shattrath. Not a good place to go. I'll have to run out of here by foot. How many tokens did I get? 26? Good. I don't think I'll be able to finish the quest though in time. I only have 16. I'll be gone until pretty late tomorrow night. Can I fly? Would be great. Oh god, I can't fly.
Good day to you. See you around.
I have to see if I can buy flying. Nope, not that one. Can I resize this? There we go. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Can I fly, please? Flying? Oh my god, 4,500 gold. Oh, okay. 225 gold. Oh, does this cause... You're Stormwind. How are you Stormwind? You're like... a dwarf. I mean, you are not like a dwarf, you are a dwarf. But you're a dwarf. How come you're allied with Stormwind? I think the cost of everything goes down. I have better rep with them. I'm only honored with them.
Well met.
Oh, that sucks. I can only get the Flight Master's license, which only lets me fly here, but we're going to Northrend anyway. We get a Stormwind tabard. Start increasing my rep with Stormwind, apparently. Make my riding cheaper. I don't have enough gold for flying. Rip. Alright, I'm gonna do my break real quick though, and then when I come back we will continue attempting to do dungeons and see if we get kicked out again. So, I'll be right back. Let's see. No, I'm just gonna tank again. I don't care. We'll just see how many times I get kicked out of dungeons. The blood DK is never dual wield? What? Thank you, Sam. I wish people were a little more patient with other people. Or willing to communicate with them at all. Let's see, weapons we need. Whoa, Ronan, when did you get in here? Oh god. Consumable. No. Weapons. Oh, apparently some of the best ones for PvE are on Horde, though? Is that what that's telling me? In a PvE environment, it says you want to be an orc or a troll. I almost made a troll one instead, but I already had a human one from the pre-patch of Wrath. And if you want to PvP with them, you want to be human. I also said sometimes Worgen DKs are okay. Much stuff I can't see. Okay. Doesn't really say. No, Julia. No. Use. No. Okay, yeah, it says generally two-handed weapons are better. I didn't know if it would. There was some reason or something I didn't know about that would make you want to do two one-handeds. Can I use the rocks? Wait, what does vengeance do? Each time you take damage, you gain 1.8% of the unmitigated damage taken as attack power. Spicy. Well, the Necropolis, when a damaging attack brings you below 30% of your maximum health, cooldown on your rune tap ability is refreshed. There's a heal. Okay, it's the Nexus again, so I already have the quest at least, so hopefully I don't get kicked for needing to pick up the quests. Okay, we got an instant ginormous upgrade, good stuff. Tree is running ahead of me already. I'm trying to go. I'm going as fast as I can. Alright, we're gonna do one of those. Okay, and then the other DK immediately opened with a death grip. I'm confused about that one. Why is the other one? Yeah, the other DK is in blood presence and death gripping things. I don't really know what's going on there. That'll work. Okay, we got 2 blood DKs for some reason. Alrighty, good stuff. Very confusing. think maybe the other GK thought that they came in as blood, but they didn't. Alright, they're not running ahead of me this time at least, which is an improvement, I guess. Oop, I'm frozen. Forever. Frozen forever. I guess I can't remove it? Okay. Can't spell magic.
You know what they say.
Guess I should buff us. Keep forgetting that's a thing.
Now to finish them.
That's leather. Person also, like, yeah, they are in tank spec, so I don't I don't really know why. Oop. People in the forums are like, I got kicked out of the group for skinning things that were going too slow because they were skinning in the dungeon. I was like, you guys suck. Maybe we'll make it further in this group than we did last time. Whoa, what's all this stuff? This is they give mana back, right? Yeah, mana. They give me like a buff to do it right away? This one. Yeah, I definitely need something that like puts the runes in the middle of my screen. Well, let me do the portal. Hopefully I don't get kicked out of the group for doing a portal. Oh, someone fell down the hole, I guess. If you jump off the other side instead of this side, you fall into a hole. I think they fell into the hole. Definitely plays very, very differently than the way it does on retail. Oh, somebody left. The other TK left. The other tank left. You don't need him, that's fine. We'll be okay. How do I move that? It makes it look like it's purgeable to me, but I don't know what I have that would purge that. Well, hopefully it gives them time to catch up with us, because the other one fell off the ledge and somebody else just left. You can definitely run out of everything. Oh my god, where the fuck where did they aggro this all from? We cleared all the way through this. What the? Don't even know. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the damage is like that horrible either that I would have been like, oh, get out of the group. The conversion? Mm. It's pretty hard. Ooh. How do I even give them that? Do I have blood tap? Seems like it's actually an ability anymore. What is he doing? I do not have aspect of the cheetah, mister. Right. Yeah, we did it. We tanked a dungeon without getting kicked. Good stuff. And I didn't even die. All these quests to handle. Another dungeon. With the hunter that killed himself on the ledge. These are such big upgrades though.
See you later. Good day to you. Safe travels.
Boots. Nice boots.
See you around.
bunch of like elixirs and stuff. Maybe that'll help out too. And we leveled up, so I got double eye level upgrade for that one. Alright, we're getting lots of upgrades though, even though we didn't get to do very much. 2700? Okay, that's a much better potion. I really need a spell power potion, that's a little weird. How do I get blood plague on people? Strike the target up to 2 additional nearby enemies. Damage dealt to each target is increased by an additional 15% for each these present. No aspect of the cheetah sounds like a kick to me. Yeah, he didn't have aspect of the days on. He didn't have aspect of the pack for me to, you know, run and be dazed over and over again. Yeah, I thought Blood Boil did it, but it doesn't put anything on them. Let me keep running before I get kicked out of Thunder too. A little weird. Apparently. Blood Boil didn't put it on them. I have no idea how to actually put Blood Plague on them. I don't know if I just don't have the spell yet because I'm not high enough level or what it is. Maybe just Outbreak and MoP? Yeah, I don't get Outbreak for like 10 more levels though. Engine. Okay. Like, the tank's doing a quest, better kick her out. Just picking up Vico weapons. Time to get the boot. No quest here, only go. Oh god. What are you screaming about? Oh wow wow wow. Why is he like that? He's so loud. The noisiest. He has so much attitude in his old age. Oh. Sandrava, hello, thank you for the follow. How's it going? Okay. Oh, they pulled the boss, okay. I understand now. I don't have Death and Decay for a little bit. Death and Decay has a 30-second cooldown? My god. Jeez. That is a lot. Ooh. I didn't know he did that. Can I actually farm it? Is my skill high enough? Nope. Oh man, I can't even get cobalt. And mining is so low. Mining even at 154. Holy shit, that's bad. Well, at least when MoP comes out. Oh god, that barrage. That harder barrage is like, how about the whole room? What if we just pull everything? That would be great. The best. Zoom. I do feel like the cooldown of Death's Advance though is not 30 seconds in retail. I feel like it's longer than that. I can run quickly more often, I think. I feel like it's on like a 1 minute or like 45 cooldown, something like that. My wrap back. We're like 3/4 of the way through the wind wreck. I'd love to be able to fly. But yeah, I don't really think it's worth it for me to try and go through the mining at the old zones when MoP is going to come out on Monday, because you can still mine the nodes in Pandaria even if your mining sucks. You just get crumbles for a while until it catches up to the right stuff, but I'd rather do that than go back and have to do TBC mining. Ooh. I think yeah, I'm gonna take it and I'll just look like a scrub for rolling on int, but it's a big upgrade. It has way more stamina and armor on it than what I had. They're gonna look at my gear and they'd be like, why the fuck do you have so much spirit gear? Like, because the option was gear from 2 expansions ago, or gear with some spirit on it. It's a very spiritual Death Knight, you know? Basically a priest. I guess they kind of just like collapse. That's the other thing, I was like, the dungeons are so easy, like there's no reason to kick people. It's like just easy. You'll get through it in 3 seconds anyway. Ronan decided that he's now laying down for his nap again. I didn't realize he yelled that, "I'll paint my face with your blood." Very nice. At least he's into makeup. Oh. Sewage. I would really like to be able to get some heirloom gear, but I don't think I have the money for it. It seems like it's a lot. Also, I need a guild to get some of the heirloom stuff, but I can't actually get into a guild. I figured it'd be a lot easier than it is. But I've not been successful so far in joining a guild. Until out and teleport back in. We can hand in our quests. I'm not really gonna do any more dungeons. Others.
Got my attention. Very good.
This
Watch your back. Off with you.
plate. Yeah.
Very good.
Ooh, we leveled up again already. Nice. Alright, we got some pretty big upgrades here. Good. Was rocking a lot of DK starter gear, so we definitely needed some of this gear out of here. I don't like that when you like equip a ring, it'll just equip whatever's in the first slot instead of equipping to the lower item level one. Like if I click this, it'll just equip it over the 134 one, even though that's not what I want. Alright, let's sell some junk. Stop trying to equip things that are old. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday stream. There's no stream tomorrow because I won't be here. I'm going down south for a bit to somewhere that I don't remember the name of. It's kind of stressful though because there's gonna be like 1,000 people there, which is way too many people. Oh. Yeah. I'm kind of stressed about it. It's a lot. Oh, Nerdy Valkyrie, thank you for the 100 bits. Thanks so much. I got the Twitch drop from watching you, so have some money. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm glad you got the Twitch drop. Enjoy your little turtle back piece. Yeah, big W. But yeah, originally tomorrow it was supposed to be like 67 and raining. I was like, that's not great that it's raining, but you know, I'll just wear pants or whatever. But now it's gonna be like 81 and raining, and it's outside. I'm like, what do you wear when it's 81 and raining out? Like a poncho? Like you just I don't know what you wear. That kind, like that type of environment. It's just a little bit weird. And I'm like, if it's really raining really bad, like they're trying to shove 1,000 people into a tiny little place when it's supposed to be like a big outdoors event thing. It's like paddle boating and they're building rafts and for like the lake or whatever and all kinds of stuff. So I don't really feel like Germans care about the rain very much. Like they just do anything even if it's raining out. But I don't know what the hell to wear when it's 81 and raining. It's like too hot to have like a rain jacket on or something. Got some flatbread. I don't need that. This. Let's try to sell some of this other stuff. Well, stats. I definitely just use these because what else am I going to use them for? This one? Nope. Okay. Oh, I definitely don't need mountain water. Oh, I got a prairie dog whistle. From what? Outside, I'd imagine that's where the rain usually. Yeah. How did I get a prairie dog whistle? What the hell was that from? We're just in my bag. Really? Brown prairie dog. Okay, it gave me a brown prairie dog. Complex system of burrows protects the prairie dog from its neighbor's massive hooves. Says it's from a vendor in Molor? I mean, I obviously did not get this from a vendor. Not sure where this came from. Maybe the Northrend supplies thing has a chance to drop it? Brown prairie dog. Can you sell these? I don't think I spelled prairie right. I did not. Yeah, I can put it in a cage. Ooh, brown. There. I want 200 gold. Give me 200 gold. And put that boy right in the box. Put in cage. Tell you right away. He looks so sad. The face on the prairie dog, he's like, you're selling me? Yes, goodbye. Money. I need flying. That basically pays for flying if that sells, so I need that. Let's see, we'll do one more dungeon. Oh wait, how about these gloves? Oh, that's a big upgrade too. Okay. Is there a room in here? No. No, need that. Maybe. Yeah, some of this other stuff I can definitely sell. 19-pound catfish that you hold in your offhand. Why is that worth so much money? What is the price of things on this server? I haven't like looked at how much things are on here. It feels like they're crazy. Crazy expensive. Only 9. Huh? Yeah, hopefully I can just level all this stuff up next time. I have this like really bad habit of like all my characters I like barely get them to max level or just get them to max level, but the entire time I just like make sure I keep up all of their professions. And then I don't actually play that expansion or do anything beyond level the character and level their professions. So I'm just gonna wait and see if I actually play the character before I bother trying to max out all of their professions again. Because I already did that on, I was doing it on my priest, my warlock, and my shaman. And then Drez was gonna play, but then he decided not to, so I'm not playing the priest anymore. So there was no reason to play the priest because that was the server he was on. But yeah, can't sell this. I don't understand why all of the stuff in my bank has its durability reduced. Like everything in my bank lost durability, and I don't really understand how that happened. So anything that I have in there, I can't just bring out and sell it. I have to go repair it all. I'm not sure how that's possible.
What can I do for you?
I was kind of like interested though in playing priest. It's a very different incarnation of what it is in retail now. I guess the main thing I was looking at that I didn't really like though is that I think you just get 3 orbs to like cast like Devouring Plague or like Psychic Horror. So if you don't have an orb up, you can't stun somebody, which I really don't like that. And it was weird. 250? Who's paying 250 gold for a level 57 piece of armor? I don't think so. I don't think anybody's doing that. Maybe like 70? It's crazy. Yeah, I figured the queue should be a lot faster if I go tank, as long as I
Need something?
don't get kicked out of them. I have to wait a half hour in between each one. I don't know if these are worth saving for any reason. The pre-patch gear I got from Wrath. There's like special gear that you could get. I mean, they look cool, but
Go with honor, friend.
oh, my buff's about to wear off. I don't think I can get there in time.
King's honor.
Let me just leave it. We'll go back. I want to make sure I have the buff up. I have a pretty short queue time anyway, it should be fine. Oh, no, we're not doing no rounds. No. I'm trying to at least get my reputation with Stormwind up to revered before I buy the flying. Isaac, hello, thank you for the follow. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I want to at least get to honor so that the price isn't as high, because I need flying and then I need cold weather flying because I'm going to be in Northrend. And then will immediately be useless because then we'll be in Pandaria in like 3 days. So feels like a waste, but I can't level very well without going to Northrend, so kind of need it. And if I don't have flying, that's going to be really miserable. Alright, that should go quicker now. I got 3 of these little unborn Valkyries. I don't know if I should bother going back, see if I can get like a blue one. Or just use like a stone on it, if I get a stone. I was able to get the Zeppelin. Not the Zeppelin, the Tom. I gotta start leveling that thing up because it's supposed to be a really good mechanical set. So I got some good ones. I feel like the Guardling is pretty good too. It's the only humanoid I have. I don't have any other humanoid battle pets. Don't really know where to get them. I think there's some that like I could have gotten if I had been playing Duricata, but I didn't come back until the pre-patch started. So there was like, I think a Wolvar pet or something? Yeah, this guy. But you have to do like Children's Week, which was before I came back. I think there's some pets that you can only get at certain times of year. I think actually the Karaji Guardling is one that you can only get in the summer. Taking pretty long for tank time. I wonder if it's actually faster for DPS. I feel like the queues were so quick when I was doing it as DPS. What is this? Someone put a jack-o'-lantern on me? Why would they do such a thing? I've been Halloweened. Interesting name. Zig 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 y. We got anything? Any good names in here? What do we got? Hot shots. Cox. LeBron. Okay, we'll win. Got a Tarask in here. LeBron of damage. Does that mean they're bad or they're good? The fuck is this? Yeah. They gave me. I'm a pumpkin now. I'm the best. I love the air. This. I just like looking at people's names. It's fun. Why is this queue popping though? I said 3 minutes. Now it's up to 4. They lied to me. Been betrayed. What is this? I'm not doing any of this stuff. Let me clean up old junk. It is kind of weird though that all the PvP servers just turned out to be like 100% of one faction again. I'm really surprised they didn't implement what they did for Season, where they made the factions balance out, like you couldn't make any more Horde on the server if there was too many Horde or vice versa. They were like, actually, what if we just let the PvP servers be 100% one faction again? And then let's force them from their dead servers onto that 100% faction. Even if they're the opposite faction. Seems like a good idea. They're trying to get me to transfer my Horde Warlock to Benediction, which is the worst idea ever. Like, surely you'll like it in this server that's all Alliance as your Horde player. It'll be a great time. I haven't done this one yet. Alright, we use this. We use this one. Battle Elixir. These are all battle elixirs. Okay. One quest. Yeah, mountain. Zoom. Waiting for this next guy. Oh, somebody left. Yes. He's good. Sometimes my cup scares me because there's bubbly water and it like throws the stroll around. You have a brewmaster in here? Okay, we do have a brewmaster. Whatever. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. I completely forgot about that, is that all of the DPS are queuing as brewmaster, or they're queuing as DPS, but then coming in as a brewmaster, so. I did put raise ally on my bar again. Okay. Oh wait. But yeah, I can't run as fast as the monk can roll. Tiger's lost, whatever the hell they do. Definitely not a great, like, first time tanking experience when it's basically like, okay, dungeon where you get kicked, dungeon where it's kind of normal, and then dungeon where everybody in your group has queued as a DPS but is actually a tank. Even my last dungeon, the person who queued in as DPS was actually in tank spec. So, another blood DK. So it's very difficult to like start to learn anything about your character, their limits, or like when you should be using certain defensives when everybody in your group has queued up as a DPS, but they're actually tanks. Then you get to max level and they're like, oh, well by the time you got to max level you should know how to do all these things on your character. I'm like, okay, but if I queue into a dungeon and there's 4 tanks in there, then how did I ever learn how to tank at any point? I don't... Where was I supposed to learn along the way?
I will fix
He does actually taunt the boss too.
is music to my
Keeps eating him though. Funny.
is music to my I hunger. Still,
I gotta say, when I join these groups, it's usually the monks that are pissing me off anymore. All the monks in their cloth heirloom gear. Like, I have to go 7,000 miles per hour or I will lose my fucking shit. I would just switch to, like, Unholy or Frost, but I don't have any bars set up for them, so I can't do it. But also it's dumb because I queued as tank and I should just be allowed to tank. Like, this is so fucking dumb. I will say I find that a lot of people complain about things in the game and then actively participate in making the game that way. Like, they're the reason that the game sucks in the way that they don't like. Huh? Is an upgrade, but I'm tired of getting kicked out of the groups. Whatever. Just want to finish my dungeon. Oh man, they all needed it. They definitely would have kicked me out of the group. They're like, DK rolled on the agility ring? Care if all they have is an old agility ring. They're getting the boot. They don't have roll on their bar? Goodbye. You should have roll on your DK. Yeah, they're level 75. Actually, quite a bit higher than me. Would definitely hurt. And they're level 78 too, so like 6 levels higher than me. I definitely cannot like pull aggro really. Oh no, we're so close. No. Did we get an upgrade? Yeah, upgrade. Good stuff. Alright, well I mean that was quite the tanking experience. I'll give it a 2 out of 10. Pretty shit. Definitely not great. It's not that like I feel like Blood DK is bad, it's that I feel like it's a very rough environment to tank the way things are right now, especially not being in a guild. Maybe it would be a little bit easier if I had guild members to queue up with. So maybe I'll have to work on trying to find an actual guild to join. Maybe I'll check out the forum or something, but yeah. Well, we got like 2.5 levels. I'm almost 73. Pretty good. Considering I got kicked out of the dungeon and had to wait half an hour for the next time to queue, it was pretty good. But I think I'm gonna end it off there for today. I'll be gone all day tomorrow, so I can't stream tomorrow, but I'll be back on Sunday night. So thank you guys for coming to hang out. Thanks for the bits and the follows. I hope you enjoy your new drop for the game, and I'll see you all later.